What's up, you guys? It's your girl Euphoria tapping in with today's message. Ooh, I'm supposed to actually be on my phone right now. So let me go ahead and hook up the microphone over there. Give me 1 second. In the meantime, in between time, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we get into real stuff. You know, real life, real thoughts, I always wanted to be a podcast host. My mom told me when I was born right, I think it was right after or right before the Oprah show came on. So I feel like it's just a calling of mine to one day host a whole entire spokesperson show or talk show and just be able to talk to people and be able to relate to people and just be able to get out there and just be amazing. So with that being said, let me go ahead. I'm sorry, I got a few people in my car today and they're trying to, but I gotta get my voice nice and projected. So with that being said, I gotta go ahead and check myself before I really redirect myself. Hold on, let me go ahead and remove some stuff out of the cart. It don't belong in there. All right. Makes it easier for me to use my gifts so I can speak to you guys clearly and not stutter. So I appreciate when everyone around me supports that and doesn't get in the way of that. So happy new year, everyone. Happy to have you guys here alive and well. Alive and well. Both things at the same time, not one or the other. All right, let's get this other platform up and running. Oh, she looks so good. We need more people like that around who literally live in their freedom. Hi, how are you doing today? They say we can have you moderate. So if you want to moderate, you can moderate. We're going to go live on IG as well. La, 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 la. Y'all, I got on my cute little Savage X Fenty outfit. This is the only one I didn't wear yet. I got some new ones on the way too. I just forgot I have member credits with them. So, But like I said, new year, new me. All right. I have a lot of lingerie from Savage X Fenty. Rihanna, I need a lingerie deal. Like ASAP. Like now. Rihanna. And it's funny. I keep saying it and I started to see her pop up on my timeline. Like, how on Instagram, whoever you think about a lot or whoever comes across your mind a lot usually pops up in those friends at the top. What's up, Apple the Issue? Happy New Year to you. You know how those things like they usually pop up right there, like those people you frequently think about pop up and you can like tap their stories. She's been popping up right there a lot for me lately. So me and Rihanna, we in a whole relationship, okay? I'm gonna be modeling this Savage X Fenty, okay? This is a cute little set I got. It has a little matching garter and a little G-string, and I got a little tights, put on the garters or whatever. But yeah, I'll be ordering more. I can't wait. I'm excited. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. New year, new view. For me, I'm working on my feminine energy, obviously, while I'm talking about this whole entire like lingerie situation. Not because I want to sexually draw y'all in, but I just feel like I need to talk about me being more feminine this year. Oh, y'all can hear me? Hold on. It's not on. Or did it die? Can you hear me now? Feel like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Good. What's up? A celebration of us. So, like I said, new me, new year, new view. This is why I have on lingerie. I actually got out the shower last night and I put on lingerie. I didn't stay up to watch the ball drop. I literally was asleep when it dropped, and my son woke me up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Was like, "Happy New Year!" I'm like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" I'm going back to sleep. It was another day for me. It doesn't give all of that stuff for me. Like for me, it's another day because the new year doesn't really start until spring, as you guys know, when everything has already done its dying. It's when all the plants die and we have that reflection moment. We go over everything that happened when the sun was out. We go into this slow hibernation period. We start to think of new ideas to make money. We go into this phase or this period of just like getting inside of ourselves. And some of us get a little seasonal depression. Some of us get used. Some people thrive in the winter time. I don't know. I feel like I'm a person where I typically like to thrive because I was born in the fall in November. But, to each his own. Is this light still on? Oh, it keeps dying. That's why. Okay, let me just take the microphone off because. All right, let me just take the microphone attachment out. Like, I think my other mic is in my car, but I'm not about to go out to the car. I'm about to just plug this one up right here. I should have plugged it up last night. So new year, new view. I've been using my time more effectively, and I've been doing better. Like when I had took my trip out to Atlanta this past weekend, I actually like did the the good stuff. Like I planned everything out. I charged everything while I was in the shower. Like my mind was really organized, and this is why I say I do enjoy. Even though I didn't get to meet who I wanted to meet, I feel like it's more of a energetic friendship, that we have, where it's like I understand that person's energy helps stabilize me. So it might not necessarily be the kind of friendship I want to have physically yet, with due time. But I feel like that person's energy definitely stabilizes me and helps me like focus. And we have those people around us, right? We all need community. So this is why I say new year, new vibe, because you have people around you that will help keep the wheels on the car going the right way. They might get on your fucking nerves. On this channel, we do curse and we do get real. So hear me out. They might get on your fucking nerves. They might annoy you, make fun of you, diminish your whole entire character, and y'all gonna go on periods like. Sorry, my alarm just went off. You're gonna have periods where you fight with your siblings just like we did when we were young. Like, I'm faster than you. Oh, I'm taller. Oh, I'm bigger. I'm better. Oh, I'm smarter. I'm cuter. You're the cute sister. You're the fat sister. You're the light skinned sister. You're not black enough. Jamaican. You're just regular black. All these different things that we teased each other about when we were kids. Anyway, it's just sometimes when we get into our adulthood, those traumas, because we spoke about traumas yesterday, those traumas that we went through when we became adults made the words that people say to us stick a little bit more, right? So it became a little bit more traumatizing to try to get past when someone says something like, I don't respect you. And it's like, huh? What you mean you don't respect me? Do you know what I do for the family? Oh my God, how could you say something like that to me? But then the person, because they are better at you than something else that you have not achieved yet due to their studies and other things, they might be better at you. So at that point in time, they have an upper hand in a certain caliber or certain situation. Plus, I mean, men and women shouldn't be fighting and arguing anyway. But neither here nor there. The point is, you're going to get facts. This is why we have to deal with our own trauma before it catches up to us. Not even just that, we have to deal with our trauma as it comes to us. We can't deal with it before it catches up to us because we don't even know that it's trauma until it shows its face. It's like you don't know you have a pimple until it pops or until it pops up, right? You don't know that a bill is past due sometimes until it's actually past due. We forget. So we have to deal with the trauma when it comes, right? So the new year, new view is instead of saying, I'm healed, I'm past my traumas, new year, new me, I don't have any space for anyone new. Everyone has to get the fuck away from my table. Fuck you hoes, fuck you niggas. I'm doing me. I'm the strongest one on the team. I'm gonna put it all on my back by myself. Hold on. The trees outside don't even grow by themselves. Trees outside don't even grow by themselves. First off, a tree needs to be planted. A seed needs to be planted. Then, oh my God, this stink bug has really been throwing me off. Like it's crawling all around the mirror. I had a really traumatic experience with a stink bug when I was a kid. I thought it was a penny in my mom's shoe, and I picked it up, and I realized it was a stink bug, and it was crawling in my hands, and it freaked me the fuck out. But yeah, so the seeds have to be planted. Someone has to actively plant it, or nature plants it. Nature and the ground are working in unison. So the wind, the ground, the soil, all of that work together for the seed to just be planted. That's just being planted. Okay, so then we go as far as now it has to rain, which rain don't just rain. Rain has to have the sun to evaporate for the water to go up into the clouds. Then condensation has to take place. It has to get cold up there, and then the water droplets start to form in the cloud. Then it has to actually precipitate, which is then the rain, right? So all these things take place. Everything is working together. Even though the rain water that came off the ground is still not the same rain that came out the sky. It's the same water, but it's like it's went through so many different versions of itself. It had to turn into a vapor, then turn back into water. So it got purified as it got evaporated. So that's why people used to collect rainwater, right? That's why people used to collect rainwater. Right. Sorry, we had to slow down because sometimes when you got too many fast people in the car, they start moving the car too fast and you start talking too fast. And it's like, okay, slow down. I need to articulate so you guys understand me clearly. Okay. So then let's take it to another step. Now that it has rained, the rain has to actually go into the ground. The soil has to be receptive of the raindrops, right? So now that the soil is receptive of the raindrops, now let's take it to another level. The seed has to be receptive of the soil's water. Finally, the seed starts to root itself. It comes through the ground, the sunlight starts to shine on it, and then a tree, in order for it to eat, because there was a conversation yesterday about it was on Phase One's page. He was talking about Rashad Jamal, and they were speaking about how Rashad Jamal said that you don't need food to live, which to my understanding, or from my belief, what I believe personally, I low-key, high-key believe that, because I personally fasted for over 7 days, sometimes longer than 7 days. I barely eat food now. Right? Hold on, y'all. Sorry, got some extra energies up in here that kind of just be sitting at the table. So I fasted, and what I've recognized is the more that I fasted, the quicker my body's molecules were able to move naturally. Right? So like naturally, I just started I could feel my vibration in my body, like I could feel myself vibrating. You know how everybody else, it's electric. Doom, 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 doom. It's electric. All of that was cool back in the day, but you never used to feel shock pains in your rear end and your vaginal areas and stuff like that, or in your back, on your chest. But now, as we're older and people are getting more so into their spiritual bodies or their electric bodies, or their vibrational bodies or their light bodies, whichever level you've reached based on how much spiritual work you've done, or wherever you're at on your spiritual journey. So I do believe that you can go without food. I do believe it. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. I've seen a human being in my own actual space who's done it. And child, I tell you, he's a problem. Trying to get his spirit up out of here is a pain in the ass, nonetheless. That's what I get for dating them, right? But you can fast for 40 days and 40 nights, and it can accelerate your speed because your body no longer vibrates like a person who needs to digest meat, because your body takes energy to digest the food you eat. So it takes away from your ability or your efficacy when it comes to your speed and your agility. Right? So if your body has to take time to digest, let's just say a burger, it's trying to make the burger condensed down to molecules that you can process. Then it's trying to process those molecules and those vitamins. And then it's got to move the waste through the body. So the muscles got to quench and clench and got to squeeze the waste through the whole entire digestive system. And your intestines are like 5 miles long or something like that. So that's a lot of work for your body to put energy into, versus people who only are drinking their foods, meaning they're like just juicing. Just juicing. They don't really eat many solids, and when they do, it's usually just some fruit. And when you get to a certain point in fasting, you kind of don't even want to eat food. You kind of just juice everything because it's just like, it's so much easier. Like you just drink it and you're on a go. Like for me, I basically only drink coconut water, and I eat sunflower seeds. Now, at the end of the day, I might have one meal where I do like a salad, or like last night I had a whole bowl of chickpeas that I seasoned very well. Right? So you'll get to a point where it's like, oh, okay, one meal a day is important because my body needs to be able to energetically move fast. And then you start to meditate and you start to pull away from certain things that are not as fast paced as you. Like right now, I know I feel something in my sacral chakra that is just so annoying. It's so heavy. I don't want it in my space. It feels so, ugh. But it's because it's a different frequency. It's not a problem. It's just, it doesn't feel good. It makes me feel sick. It makes you feel heavy. You don't feel like good when you have heavy energies. I tried to even tell like my son's father while he's incarcerated to start eating clean while he's in prison. Because there's I believe what's her name? I'm Surviving Vegan. Her husband started to be vegan when he was incarcerated. And he came home and they have a whole entire vegan business where they're like literally teaching people how to be vegan. They're going on different people's podcasts. They're going on different people's podcasts. They're able to network with all of the elites, the higher, the people who are up there who got platforms that you can network on. So to be able to do that through something that you naturally do that's good for your body because it can, speed up your electricity, but still give your body the ability to slow down when necessary so you can think clearly and articulate. It's a beautiful thing, right? Like right now, I'm so energetically aware that I just slowed down and whatever energy was attached to me. When I slowed down, I felt the energy push out of my body. I could sense it's like right in front of me. It's like it's a cold energy sitting right in front of me. And it's just like, ugh, get out of my face. But you can't get to that spiritual awareness until you do spiritual work. So let's get back to the seed. That tree, it starts to grow and it needs the sun in order to touch the chlorophyll, or rather the chloroplast, to make chlorophyll for the tree to eat. So it has food in order for it to bring into the tree to be healthy. So again, back to the not needing food thing. This whole entire summer, I basically only was eating maybe an avocado a day and drinking all water. I was outside in the sun most days, like literally just sitting on my mom's porch or sitting at the playground, just trying to really figure out what's going on in this phase of my life. And what I noticed was I was able to see my skin turning green. I have it posted on my Instagram if you don't believe me. The pictures are there, the videos are there. I even picked off the little piece of my skin that turned green, flipped it over, showed how green it was on the other side, and it was on multiple spots on my body. See, what we don't understand is our body can evolve into different formats if we put it to the test. Let's go back to the movie Deadpool. The guy put his body through an extreme event that caused him to metamorphosize into someone who's damn near immortal. That's why people fast. That's why people do their cleansings. That's why people go through different things. Like I know people who've gone through car accidents where the whole car flipped over and split in half, and they still walking around today like everything's fine. I know people who've stuck things into the wall and got electrocuted, and they're still walking around like things are just fine. You turn into a different frequency when you go through certain stuff. So people say, oh, you're going to die if you don't eat. You might physically on one certain level of frequency pass away, but your frequency accelerates to a different level. So again, new year, new view of things. A lot of us have been, oh, I'm depressed. I think I'm dying at the end of the world. I'm in hell. I'm in heaven. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so scared. I don't know what's going on. You're in what is hell because hell is you not living into your spirit's ability to be free. Does that make sense? Hell is what happens when your spirit isn't able to be free. Let me say that one more time. Hell is what happens when your spirit is not able to be free. Meaning, if you know you want to be outside doing yoga, why did you get a job sitting inside of a building typing on a computer all day? That's why you falling asleep at work because you're not into it. So being there is causing you a bit of a disservice to your energetic body, especially when you get to a certain level energetically. You will feel like the top of your head is burning at certain situations because it's like, I don't like it here. And then it's someone trying to have an overhead over you because they feel like they're in charge. Then it's an energetic battle. You're fighting that battle and sitting here trying to fight, even wanting to be there. That's why people feel like they're in what is quote unquote hell. Excuse me one second. Someone's violating my energy. Angels, ancestors, divine beings of the highest white light, please remove whatever this energy is in the left side of my brain. Please null it down, knock it down, and remove it. What's up, Chip? How you doing? So you'll get to a certain frequency where you'll feel like you're at work and it's not going to feel right. So that's why you feel like you're in quote unquote hell. But heaven is possible. All you have to do is align with something that makes your spirit happy. Now, the beautiful thing about the new view is you can be in heaven and hell at the same time. That's what duality is all about. light and dark at the same time. What does that mean? Mr. Sean Wilson, let me know where it's coming from. Thank you, sir. Lovely protection. So, you'll begin to realize, oh, I can do something like make music and do poetry in my spare time. I can do crossword puzzles. I can do all these effective activities that keep my spirit engaged and happy. But then I take time to myself also to get quiet and meditate to make sure I'm aligned with what I want to do. Right. And then I go do the other things until I get to do, as Oprah said, it's so funny. I spoke on her when I first got on here. As Oprah said, do what you got to do till you get to do what you want to do. Simple as that. So if you got to work that 9 to 5 for a little bit longer, save up some more money, maybe you saved up $10,000 because you live at home with your mom. And now you're able to take that $10,000 and go invest it into a wonderful business where you ain't got to do nothing. Everything's automated because there's businesses for sale out here these days. Again, let me say that there are businesses for sale, meaning you can go buy a laundromat that's already up and running and already has clientele and already makes $20,000 a month. Well, why does the person want to sell it? Because they tired. They ready to retire. They made enough money to go be in another country. Usually it's being sold by somebody who's foreign. They done purchased their house in another country, built it out, made it look good. Hold on, y'all. Because what the hell is this? Ugh. Feels so nasty. Woo. So I just had to clean out my pineal gland because I just felt like I couldn't take that no more. So again, where was I at? I'm sorry, I done lost my train of thought. Basically, what did I just say? She said, "Hi, Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I didn't see you." When I get up in the middle of the night, I might drink 3 or 4 cups of water and get full of off of it. Also, don't know if I'm fasting or what, but my body is doing something. I'm pushing 23 in 7 months. Okay, that's beautiful. Also, the tree needs lots and lots and lots of water. Of course, absolutely. My Mickey Haji, what's up, love? Okay. I was so passionate. I lost my train of thought because something was just throwing me off and it's made my body feel so ill. So let's just get back to the original thought. With this new year with new views, because y'all not gonna tell me what I was about to say or what I just said. It's okay. I'm gonna get back to it eventually. Do what you got to do till you get to do what you want to do, right? But in that same breath, remember that you don't want to sell yourself short for too long, or else you'll lose your passion. Does that make sense? You can't sell yourself short for too long, or else you'll lose your passion. And if you lose your passion, you'll never get to that point where you take that $10,000 and invest it into a business where you're doing absolutely whatever you want to do. There we go. So you'll never get to that laundromat where you literally don't have to do nothing. You pay people to start doing the work. They literally fold the clothes for you. They make the phone calls. You got someone delivering the laundry. You just sit there and just count the money all day. But you don't get to that point until you put the work in. Does that make sense? You don't get to that point until you realize like it's your passion to be lazy. A lot of the world wants us to think that the passion that we have is to work hard and to be overworked and underpaid. That's not the passion at all. The passion is actually to be lazy. Everyone's passion secretly is to be lazy. I'm not going. You telling me up until the point where you 50, 75, 85, whatever you're doing today, you want to do that every single day to the day you croak. No, everyone's dream is to be lazy or to have an easy life. And to earn an easy life is not going to be easy at first, but everyone's dream or everyone's passion is to be lazy. That's why people are bosses and CEOs, because they want to be lazy. They don't want to be working. They don't want to they don't, that's why, okay, in ancient China, ancient Chinese civilizations, this is why, and this is why Asian people do nails. Because, we like to claim Asians like to come into our communities and take all culture from us. Let me let y'all know something about history. Asians and ancient Egyptian, or rather ancient Chinese civilizations, used to use their nails to show their status. What does that mean? If a woman had very long, beautiful nails, and they had things dangling off their nails back then. So y'all think all these gaudy things with these girls with the clips on their nails and the little clip, little circle. What's up, Michelle Brown? Y'all think that the women nowadays that have the little things, Happy New Year. Y'all think that the women that have those things on their nails, with the little holes in it, with the jewelry on it, is ghetto and new? This has been going on since ancient Chinese history, like forever. I only know this because I worked in a museum, right? And when I worked in that museum, I used to read everything. And the princesses and the queens of the show Zionisties and all of those different places, their nails would be this long, like no lie, like this long. They didn't play about their nails because long nails showed that you didn't have to work hard. Long nails showed that you was well kept, like you was a boss. You would just you be like this all the time, like your hands are like this. So when you have regular stubby nails, when you open a soda can, you go straight in. But when you have long nails, you like take your nail and you prop it this way or use the side of your nail. It makes you move your hands a little bit more feminine as well, because you're always flared versus like balled up. So it's an extension of the beauty. It's an extension, right? So this is what the queens did in Chinese, in Chinese. I keep saying Chinese. Hold on, y'all. In ancient China. Okay? So when we understand what's going on with the whole entire nail culture, we'll understand why there are people who do want to be lazy, because in ancient history, women who were able to be lazy had long nails. They were beautiful, well-kept people. So being lazy or having an urge to be lazy is not bad. That's a normal thing. You want to be a boss. I'm not telling you to be lazy. I'm telling you, make a plan so that you can be lazy. Put the work in, like Oprah said, do what you got to do now so you can do what you want to later. Because everyone's goal is to be lazy. No one wants to be a hard worker for the rest of their lives till the day that they're 100. So do the work now and figure out what you can do forever so that you can be lazy. Grant yourself that reward. You deserve it. There are some people who want to work hard when they're young. Employ those people for sure. Usually do employ your family so that they don't have to go to these random places and feel violated by random strangers to get a job. But understand, the goal was always to be lazy. The goal was always to be well kept and sitting pretty. The goal was never to work hard and look like I'm a worker. I'm a worker. I put the work in. That was never the goal, especially as a woman. Because ancient civilizations, they had their women with the longest of the long nails, with the jewelry dangling. I'm talking about them women's nails was long. And that showed status. The women who were servants in the house did not have long nails. Their nails weren't even this long. Most of them had some of them might have been this long. Because when you work hard and you clean, your nails do what? They crack, they bend. So with this new year, new view, understand what certain things and status mean. Okay, when you have rings on, each ring represents some kind of spiritual something. It's a ability to tap into a different energy because it makes you aware of that finger, because each finger holds a different channel of energy. Fire in one finger, earth in another, water, air, ether. Your hands are literally magnetic vessels that give out and receive energy. One hand, that's why they say you can have one hand closed and one hand open, or have both of them open, which makes sense. You have to have both open to receive, but to also give. You can't have your hands balled up. And when you have nails on, you don't want to have your hands balled up. You like having your hands open. Women who are in high statuses, hands are open because they're ready to give, because they know how they have to give to receive. So when you start having them balled up hands and you start wanting to fight everybody, you want to be selfish and you want to be a fighter, the world gonna start beating your ass. So with this new view, if you want to truly be lazy one day, you want to truly be a boss, you want to sit up and be well kept, you're going to have to give to receive, but you're going to have to figure out what it is that you want to be when you get to 90. Okay. My great grandparents are sitting in the house. All they do is look at each other and eat food because my grandfather put the work in and he allowed my great grandmother to sit at home with their 3 children. She did go to college still. Because, as a woman, you start when you, even if you well kept as a woman, I'll give you a secret. Even as a well kept woman, when you start to hear other women gossiping about, oh, well, I got a degree because, I could never just rely on a man for everything. It's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't in this world, right? Let 2025, the new year, be filled with nothing but positive vibes, energy, accountability, staying focused, etc. Also, staying lazy is our specialty. Okay, period, Wendell. You already know it's good. But as a well-kept woman, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if you don't, get the college degree and you don't at least work a job and show that you was good at your job and was able to promote yourself a few times, there's going to be women when you go out into the streets, oh, I could never just be well-kept, because your mental consciousness is always going to question you because this is a projection of our own mind, right? So it's going to be people, if a man was to ever take care of me, I'd have to be still making my own money, because what if something happened to him? And it makes you worried. It's like you start getting anxiety, like, oh shit, what if he gets sick? What am I going to do? But some women just know their man got so much money, like, girl, I will buy you right now. I will literally go like on a dark web and buy you. Like, stop playing with me. I will literally, like, you don't know who my family is, and you will get bored. Like, you will get purchased at this very moment. Like, please stop talking to me. You're not even on my level. Like, but I don't want people to think that money gives you the ability to talk to people like that. But certain people do disrespect people who are at certain levels. So let's take the money out of it, right? Let's go into now a more spiritual perspective. Because again, this is all about new year, new view. What's up, G City? Understand that there's going to be some people who are spiritually more inclined than you. You may be able to climb the ladder of spirituality fast, but that doesn't mean that you have gifts that are more important than somebody next to you. What does that mean? You may meet someone who's actually a whole psychic, like myself. You may meet someone who can actually read your mind. Me, if I feel like it, I really don't be feeling like it. It's a few people where I could just always talk to them. Like, I always hear them. They're here. Like, I just heard her just now. It's a few people. They're usually the tarot card readers because I open up to them. But I can hear them always. Like, I just think about them like, hey, best friend. Hey, friend. What's poppin', boo? I could hear them, and I could, like, when I talk, I hear their voices. Right? You might meet someone who can look at you and tell you what's wrong with you. Like, they just look in your eyes. Like, just now, I looked into my own eyes. I can see my aura is blue because I'm using my throat chakra right now. Like, some people, like me, I can look deep into you and just see what aura you operate at. I have a lot of spiritual gifts. I just don't really get, enough notice for them, honestly. I personally believe. Because I really haven't, I've been learning more of them through this journey right here. But it's people out here who really can, like, read you. Because we're all going through the same thing anyway. But, like, they'll know names. Like, there's this lady, she a tarot card reader. She's like, yeah. So she starts saying all the names of all the people around me. I'm like, how does she know all these people's names? But again, when you a spirit, like a tarot reader and all of us, we be in each other's brain. We be in each other's pineal gland. We be in each other's frontal lobe. We be here with each other. We be walking around in each other's aura at all times, just watching each other so that when we get on here, we can tell you the story. But see, I don't be in nobody else's aura because I be minding my business. However, I've been mastering a gift where I'm able to scry more. What is scrying? Scrying is when you're able to go into a dimension or a version of yourself spiritually, and you can literally, like, see people. Like, there was a time where I was meditating and I actually saw my brother driving his car. I'm like, it was somebody driving a car. I'm like, who the fuck is this driving? And I saw the corner of his mouth. I'm like, what the fuck? And he was smiling. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why can I see this nigga? Like, is there something I need to know about this car ride that he's driving on? I don't know. Okay, that was really weird. Like, But it's like I never asked to see anybody in particular. I just sometimes see different people. Like this morning, I closed my eyes. I was doing it, and it's like this heavier set woman was looking at me. She looked like a hobbit. I ain't gonna hold you. No disrespect to her. She had really bulgy eyes. She had short hair. It kind of looked like it was damaged on the ends. And her head, she was like kind of like she had a real short neck and she was stubby. And I was like, who is this woman? And she looked at me and she's like, what are you doing? Looking at me. She could see me because, like, you know, sometimes when if depending on who or you hop in, they can see you too. So I've been mastering scrying, but I also the other night, on the other 2 mornings ago, I was in my bed and I was stretching, but I was also listening to one of the tarot readers while I was stretching. Hold on, y'all. Because my throat getting sore, so I need to, like, you know, clear out my aura real quick. Okay, my throat's a little sore. Just give me a second. So I'm in the dream and I'm stretching and I do this thing where you can clear out your roots, right? So basically what you do is you imagine your pelvis and it has 4 holes in it on each side. It's called your sacrum. I always put my energy through the holes to clear them out, because like that's how people root you and make you feel heavy. So they make you feel like you're getting pulled down to the ground. They put something in those 4 holes and they pull you down. It's the worst feeling ever if you've ever experienced it spiritually. It makes you feel like you're sinking into, yeah, it's not fun. But I cleaned mine out and I'm stretching and I start, really activating my root chakra, because we have a tailbone and you can start making your tailbone vibrate by sending energy there and getting the vibration high. And you shoot that energy up the back of your spine, up into your pineal gland, out through your forehead, out through your third eye. And depending on which eyes you've mastered, I've gotten all the way up to my crown and the eyeball right before the crown. So I just shot it out to see, what I could see. And I ended up like, I was running through the streets. Like I just was seeing all these people. And it's like the people, the way that they look, they were like white and blue. Like they look like, it almost looked like Frozen. You understand? It looked like Frozen. So I'm looking at all the people and they're like walking on the streets, just like chilling. Like I'm seeing a man and a woman walking. They like at the bus stop. I'm seeing a lot of people. So I'm like, what does this mean? I think me and her were linked together, and I was looking through her city. Because when I also had a moment where I like did an ascension meditation, she was in New York. She's like, y'all, look, the aliens coming for us, y'all. It's like a light. It's in the sky and it's shining. It's like moving. It's like it's changing shapes. And she's recording it, but at that same time, she's like, helicopters is flying around it. These is military helicopters too. They just keep circling around it. Have you mind? I'm sitting in my car right up the street from here after I just did a meditation, and it was literally helicopters that was military grade flying around my car. I went to sleep and I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck is this? We have the ability to change our frequencies. That goes back to the not needing food and turning yourself into an energetic vessel, or literally a frequency or vibration. Like I said, I'm looking at my head and all I see is blue around my head because I'm in my throat chakra right now and I'm activating my throat chakra. You got to activate your throat chakra. Now, I'm also trying to like remove other people's energy out of my aura that is just uncomfortable. It feels like it's like a freaking straw stuck in my freaking womb. It hurts. I don't like it. Let's get it out of there. Okay. So with that being said, right? Whenever we enter a romantic relationship, a man or woman has to get to know one another, talk about the struggles that we might have dealt with in the past, etc. So I understood what you said. Oh, we want to talk about relationships now. Okay, well, if we want to bring the relationships into it too, when it comes to New Year, New View, understand this. When it comes to really connecting to your partner, if you're on your spiritual journey like you're supposed to be, like I'm not judging you if you're not here yet at the level that I'm going to tell you about. But thank you. Oh, that was so annoying. That feeling was just off. So when you get into a relationship, there's different levels of spirituality. You're going to learn about Tantra, right? So you're going to have to meet your partner at the root chakra. and then the sacral chakra. Then you're gonna go up to the solar plexus. Y'all gonna get confident in y'all's connection. The heart chakra gonna open up. Then y'all gonna be able to communicate better. Then the third eye opens up. Y'all visualize stuff, and then boom, crown ascension. Poof. Right? Usually that happens first with this is why they say you fall in love 3 times. You're gonna have your puppy love, your heartbreak, and then your forever. Right? So your puppy love, it teaches you just how to have a relationship. Like, oh, we liked each other in high school. It was cute. I liked him a lot. I kind of was sad, but your emotions weren't in it because your parents were still emotionally responsible for you, right? Then it channels into when you move into a space where now we're talking about the heartbreak stage. That's when you go up the first time. You go from the root chakra, sacral chakra, you go up the body, y'all connected, y'all think y'all linked in, y'all think y'all locked in. Woo, woo, woo. Then you realize y'all spirits don't fuck with each other. It's like this motherfucker want to smoke and drink and pop coochie and be outside. I'm talking about trying to make her a wife, and she trying to be a fucking hoe. What the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Or on the other side of this motherfucker sitting here trying to tell me he want to go to church, and he already knew who I was when he met me. Like what? Or I'm big me, like big me, little you. Don't play. I'm the big one. You the little one. I'm the catch. You're not. Like or vice versa. Those roles can reverse. Men like I'm a whole inside catch, and I be outside. I be on the block. She like, but I wanted my dad is a preacher. Like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? So y'all get all the way there, then y'all realize y'all have nothing in actual common. Y'all just look good together. I've been there. My son's father, we look good. He's taller than me. I'm tall. He got a personality. I got a personality. He likes to fight. I don't really like to fight. When people knew me as a fighter in high school, I don't know why, because people just used to push my buttons and I would just pop the fuck off when finally necessary. But I really wasn't a fighter. However, he was always fighting. Like that was his thing. So people thought us to be alike, but it really was like that's not really who I was. I was always in everyone else's mix. I hadn't gone through my spiritual journey. He got shot at the age of 16, so he went through his spiritual journey early, right? So he knew who he was. But he's gone through another one where he's now changing, and I think he's gonna come, to a different version. Anyway, what's up, Lamont? How you doing? So you're going to get to that part in love. We're talking about new year, new views. So you're going to get to that part in life where it's like, okay, you had your puppy love, then you have your heartbreak love. Well, y'all locked in. Y'all came all the way up to Kundalini. Y'all brains busted. Ooh, the room was spinning. Oh shit, it was magical. I ain't never had no coochie like this. Happy New Year to you too. I ain't never had no yoni like this. I ain't never had no pipe like that. That shit hit me my brain. That was my soul. On God, that we locked in for life. And then you realize y'all do not like each other. That happens to us a lot. But with this new year, new view, I met a producer one time. His name was Sex Love Spirits. And I was like, why the fuck is your name Sex Love Spirits? He said, because that's usually what people want. They want your sex, then they want your love, then they want your spirit. What's up, Queen? Happy New Year. So when I got with this guy, I'm like, sex, love, spirits. He's like, no, you don't understand. When you meet people, they want sex, they want love, and they want spirits. But in this new understanding of a relationship, you got to understand it's not about the sex, the love, and then the spirit. Because after you have your first boo, then you have your heartbreak, which is you got all the way up there. You did the sex, you did the love, then you did the spirit connection. We locked in. It was bomb. My brain was blown. Oh my God, forever, forever. You finally realize, like, oh shit, I don't fuck with this person. It's because he said this. Eventually, you're going to put it backwards. When you get to that level of understanding, it's going to be you want to be connected spiritually. Then you want to fall in love with a person. Then you want to have sex with a person. That's where we're at right now. I think if we're all in alignment and we're all a part of connected, like collective, we're now at that phase in our lives where now we want to be spiritually connected to a person, to know their spirit, who they are. That's why we put our heart on our sleeves now. It's no more defense time. It's no more putting up this wall of I'm a fighter. Like move all that shit out the way. Like let me just see your spirit, bro. Like let me see your spirit. Like who are you on the inside? Then because y'all spirits want the same thing, y'all fall in love, and then the sex is so much better, and it's meaningful, and it's an exchange of healing, and it's what you need it to be. You're no longer sitting here in this space of, oh, I mean, her ass fat, so I'm about to hit that joint. Oh, his dick big as shit. He got that big dick energy. It's like, no, I really love this person, and We just have this healing energy that we share, and it really makes us feel good, right? Yeah, that's the amazing part of relationships when you finally get through your healing journey. That's the shadow work. So you did your little high school. It's my boo. It's my thing. I love him. Oh my god, I would never live without him. He's my crush. Then you get to your heartbreak, like me and my sons died. Oh my god. Oh, we love each other. We have a kid together. It's 10 years. And then we're like, I don't fucking like what you do. I don't like what you stand for at all. Like you are a mess. Like, or you a mess. Then it's like, hold on. Let me meet this man spiritually first so that I can get where I need to go with him. Let me meet his spirit. Oh. You like what I like. Okay. Nice. Oh. You want to go to the same places as me. We want to travel together. Okay. You're spiritually watching me. So then here's another level to that. Because when you go the first route, you want to always be on a coochie vibe. It's always, oh, it's a vibe. It feels so good. Brrr, brrr, brrr. It's a vibe. Brrr. You try and rub your private parts up on each other in spirit. Like, yeah, we having that real time, real sex, rich sex. Yeah, I could make her vibrate from like a Bluetooth phone. Okay, that's cute, but it's the part where you finally realize spiritual love and really spiritual love making comes in when those third eyes connect. When you start being able to align your third eye with her third eye, and then y'all vibrate there, and then it comes from there and goes down and then gets to your privates, then you finally understand why you're supposed to meet someone spiritually and then let them get down to your sex. You're supposed to meet people eye to eye. That's why you said, can you see me eye to eye? Are we eye to eye? Because you have to put your forehead to somebody else's forehead. Are we truly eye to eye? Are you on my level spiritually? Whatever happened to taking it slow and like what you said, just the sex is too much better when you're just spiritually connected with your significant other and the two of you are committed. That's why a lot of long-term, like long distance relationships are doing very well these days. Because you have the chance to meet someone's spirit and talk to their spirit and watch them. Like if you're like me, you can scry and like see a person through their, like, you just know how to, I don't know how I do it. It's like sometimes, like I don't intentionally do it. It's just sometimes I pop up and I'm looking at people. Like I'll be in the shower minding my business and I was looking and somebody was staring at me. The dude was just sitting with his hand like this staring at me and his hair was like moving all majestically flowing in the wind. I'm like, what the fuck is this looking at me while I'm in the shower? The fuck? Sir. Hi. Fuck. Oh my God, I'm naked. You're in my shower spiritually watching me. Or one time I even was in the shower and a freaking portal opened up on the ceiling and it was somebody's kitchen. Like the floor had like white tiles on it with like black little diamonds. I'm like, what the fuck? Who kitchen is this? I'm looking up at the ceiling. It's like a portal swirling. It's like purple and blue. And I see the floor. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God. What's going on? What is going on in here? But when you get spiritual first and then enter a relationship after you know your spirit and what your spirit is capable of, that's why you start having these men be like, bruh, so what was you at? And you be like, I was with my friend. No, you wasn't. Yes, I was. No, you wasn't, bruh. Stop lying to me. Bruh, if you was with your friend, then why I'll be back. Well, I'm gonna call her. Watch, look. He's like, I know this bitch ain't about to sit here and call this girl and have her lie in my face. Like when you get spiritual, it's like all that ego and that mask shit falls off because it's like we so connected. I can watch you from another state. You don't have to lie to me. I can see you. Like I can hop in your aura and see you. What's up, Chid Dirt? Chidirty D? I hope I said that right. Happy New Year. So it's like the beautiful part about the new year and the new view, and when you come to the relationship portion, because right now you're supposed to be meeting your divine partners. I know a lot of hookup culture is still around here. I pray that you guys are trying to meet your divine partners and y'all are over the hookup culture. And if you're not yet, cool, but just don't come over here with that bullshit. Okay. So for any men who's gonna watch this, like, oh, you cute, you fine, I'm gonna hop in your do not hop in my DMs. I'm not here for the hookup culture at all. I'm not, because your sexual energy is so important. It's your life source. It's your ability to manifest things. You don't want to share that with people who can't help you build. You want to give that shit to people who just want to make you feel cool. No, you want to give this energy to people who are going to help you build something. Like, y'all have to be, our two third eyes are lined on buying a whole property. I want to take this money and go buy that multi-million dollar complex right there. They already got a situation where they need to sell the complex right now. So we should probably go buy it right now. I'm really hinting at somebody right now. We should really go buy my old neighborhood right now. They are trying to sell it because they don't want to fix all the mold in the building. Okay. We should probably go buy it right now. I'm so serious though. But like, you got to be aligned with people who think like that. So even when you're building your team, what's up? I'm Certex. Happy New Year. We're talking about New Year's and new views and new relationships and how we're going to build our relationships based on spirituality, and then love, and then sex. The pleasure is the last portion. Because I remember when I used to deal with Shayna, when I did Herpes Could Never, that when I was a spokesperson for STDs. Shayna said, I use my sex as a reward. I was like, what's she talking about? She's like, I don't enjoy the pleasure of a situation until I've mastered it. So like, I reward myself with orgasms. Like, that's my reward for putting in the hard work. Like, I don't just give myself that pleasure of feeling the vibe until I put the work in that gives me the ability to feel like I deserve that kind of pleasure, because that's something that I deserve after putting the manifestation that I built to work. I don't want to just keep using that energy and just spending it out and just playing and, like, I don't feel that, I don't give myself a nut until I've achieved a goal, so that when I do experience a nut, I'm not worried about shit. I'm trying to focus on having this really bomb ass nut, but I got to worry about this bill that I didn't pay. You don't use the sex as the band-aid. You use the sex as a reward for actually healing the wound. And that's what we got to do with these relationships nowadays. Friendships or not, because I know all of us female friends, when you with your friends, it's a vibe too. Some people like to, they friends, they be on a vibe, coochie creatures, whatever. And I don't blame nobody. Whatever level of spirituality you at, wherever you at in your journey, everybody has a purpose. There's gonna be one friend who is the womb of the whole entire friendship. She is the vibe. She get down in Kundalini town. She down for, but then we got the one friend who got the big ass third eye. She don't play, bitch. I will fry your fucking forehead up with my eye. I'm a cyclops in this hoe. Play with my whole team if you want to. What's up, 4under4? So it's like everyone will have a position on the team. Happy New Year. We're talking about New Year, New View. So when it comes to you using that sexual energy, you got to align with people who are trying to see the same thing as you, who are trying to build, because that energy is literally what creates everything. If you ever like felt yourself on a vibe and you stopped your vibe, you'll realize how the world stops. That's why Beyonce in her song, she said, I stopped the world stop. Carry on. Like, you can literally stop all that vibration down there and you'll see everything around you stop, and everything will freeze, because everything's relying on you, especially as a woman. Everything's vibrating based off your frequency. Everything is feeding off of your spirit, your womb, your energy. So when you're not linking that energy into people who are also on the same kind of time as you, meaning they're trying to build, they're trying to grow, they want to network, and it's the appropriate kind of networking where everybody's not having a freaking sex party behind the scenes, like, ill. That's how you get spiritually transmitted demons. I don't want your demons. We don't want to have tantric sex with everybody all the time. No, you build a community, a tight knit community, and you share your energy with those 4 people. Everybody else is cut the fuck off. That's how you stay up. Everybody, oh no, you gotta share love with everybody. Love comes from the heart, baby, not your crotch. Okay. And when you're aligned with people, y'all just gonna, if y'all are on the right frequency, if you got your 4 people you align with, when you meet other people, it's just gonna be like y'all gonna meet each other. It's not gonna be a vibration in your private parts. It's gonna be a vibration that's in your whole aura, because you've now built an energetic frequency around you that when it touches other bubbles, we're the same kind of energy. So then you automatically, it just comes together naturally. Whereas if you meet someone who's not on your frequency, like doing, it repels. That's why it's so important to be spiritually aware of who you are right now in this new season. So I know everybody, oh, I want to boo, I want to have a sex, I want to be on a vibe. Like, no, I need you to get in tune with your spirit and really know who you are, what you want to do. If you want to do real estate, if you want to and know that you want to do it because of who you are, not because it makes a lot of money. Not because you get 6 figures from doing this, not because that brings in 6 figures, because you genuinely love doing this thing. Like, I genuinely love getting people to understand. That's why I'm here on this platform. I don't get paid to do this yet. Y'all gonna be monetized very soon. I'll be monetized on this YouTube here very soon. I was getting monetized on Instagram. My reels was going up. I was getting paid on Instagram. We need to go ahead and reactivate that. But you need to do what you love to do, whether it brings you money or not. And I think this what last year was about, because I took the last 6 months and figured out what I like to do, and I mastered it. So now here we are in this year, and I want to use that, being a motivational speaker, being a truth teller, a storyteller, a person who's gone through STDs. I've had herpes since I was 17 years old, for 13 years. I've gone through a lot of different things. I'm a single mother. I've been an entrepreneur. I've had several businesses. I've had one fail. Well, technically it didn't fail. I had an ex come through and mess it up, and relationships have come through and tried to tear me to shit. But I'm still able to stand tall, and that's why I'm here now. And I genuinely love being able to tell my truth, because I don't like being the person who's in the room, and because I got so many secrets, everything everyone says around me triggers me. So I'm out here trying to be this big old freaking diabolical beast that could just beat everybody's ass, because I don't want my truths to touch me because they make me feel weak. I like being able to be myself authentically, open for anyone who needs to come through here and see it, so that when someone says something like Eminem said, tell me something about myself I don't know. Oh, okay, I did that. Yeah, I know. So I'll be looking at people right in the grocery store when they be trying to read me. I'd be like, and my credit card did decline. And what you gonna pay for my stuff? Okay, well, get the fuck out my face. Like, getting onto that wave where you just realize, like, I hear you, but it's not hitting, because it's like I know who I am. And I'm cool with that. Get into a job that allows you to be like that too, because when you do that, you master that level. Now you're no longer working. Now you're just enjoying yourself and making money, enjoying yourself. So if you do want to do real estate, and you really just enjoy seeing people buy a house and being able, like, oh my God, I'm finally in a house. I was homeless and I didn't have anything going for me. And me and my husband, it's our first house. It's my first time having a house in my whole entire life. Like, if you really enjoy that moment, get it to people. Do that. Because I've been homeless before. So I would really enjoy being real estate. Like, oh, I'm giving like proper living arrangements to all these people who are income based, meaning just because they're income based, they don't have to live with mold, rats, bats, roaches. I'm going to just do the hard work. And if I got to get my hands dirty, I'm going to do it to make sure the whole community is okay. I'm cool with that, because I know how it has been to have lived with roaches, rats, mice, and bats at one point in time in my life. Now, when I lived in that neighborhood, I didn't get affected by that because God was on my side. Everybody else's buildings had them problems, and my building had no mice, no roaches, no rats. There was roaches in the building before, but because of my frequency and the kind of time I was on and my presence, things like that don't be in my space. I can't make it up. Things like that just don't be in my space, because that's not the frequency that I was operating on. Whereas other people in my neighborhood, they had, I got a few of them now, but they had like the real bad acne. They got the real big bags. Them motherfuckers was over there fighting and shit, girl. Yeah, I saw they motherfucking asses. They was the people who had the roaches, the rats, and the mats, and the mice, and the everything else's. Now, the people who were friends with my son, like their kids were friends with my son, they didn't have those issues. Soon as we moved out the neighborhood, they came back to their houses, because it's a frequency thing. You know how when you have a mouse in your house or you have bugs, they tell you to get this machine and you plug it into the wall? And when you plug it into the wall, it makes a frequency that keeps the bugs and stuff out. Some humans are like that, where they have a frequency where if you get quiet enough, you can hear it. Like, I'm listening right now, I can hear the frequency. And it keeps things like that away. So again, if you're growing your network of people who are like you, who are on the same frequency, y'all's frequency just repels other things away that don't belong in your bubble. That's why it's so important to get spiritually aware of yourself before you start your journey of accelerating into the next version of yourself. Now, hold on. Before y'all get mad at me, don't kick me off the stage just yet. Hear me with this. Just like the relationship where you had your high school boo, your fresh puppy love, then you had your heartbreak love that fucking crushed you and you felt like, oh my God, my whole entire relationship life, it sucks. Boom, boom, boom. And then you finally get your spiritual forever love. Life is just like that too. Jobs are just like that too. That's what the Saturn return is all about. It's that age from like 25 up until 30. Right now, I'm in it right now. That's why I'm going through it. And I can speak on it. You're going to go through a period where like the last 10 years of my life felt like a lie. And I only got a minute on here. So if you want to go ahead and get the rest of this, you can come get on YouTube. Come get on YouTube if you want to hear the rest. I only got 2 minutes left. But I felt like the last 10 years of my life were a lie because I was in a relationship and in a mind space. What's up, J Mac ENT? I only got 2 minutes left on this live. If you want to hear the rest of this live, we're talking about new year, new vibes, new view. Come hit me on YouTube. The link is in the bio. But basically, the last 10 years of my life was a lie. Thank you. Happy New Year. I didn't appreciate anything that was going on back then because it taught me a lot about myself. That it taught me everything I hated about myself, like everything I couldn't manage getting. I couldn't use those tools to be the best version of myself. It taught me all the ailments in myself that I couldn't see naturally, right? But then, boom, now we're into like so puppy love, heartbreak relationship, eternal relationship. So my adolescence, my heartbreak, my first 20 years of life, and now we're on to my forever life where I'm meeting the career that I'm going to be enjoying for the rest of my life. I'm meeting the friends that I'm going to have for a long period of time. That's why it takes this long to get your master's. Usually you're done with your master's at this time because you've mastered life. Like college is, it's a more structured version of spirituality, if for those who can't handle it outside. Anyway, y'all on Instagram, if y'all want the rest of this, come on YouTube. I'm gonna finish this on YouTube. I usually go on, I got about another hour at me. So y'all want to hear the rest of this, hit me up on YouTube. For y'all, peace, love, hair grease, and everything in between, because those are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dream. And remember, here you are heard, seen, and loved. Happy New Year to y'all. And y'all, remember, new year, new view. And if you're just now watching this, rewatch the whole video. Like, if rewatch the video, or come get on YouTube with me, man. Because this is a very good conversation. I do this every day at 8. Love y'all. Peace. So for y'all on YouTube, y'all get the hey, what's up, Queen? So for y'all, like I said, the hair is everything. Yes, this is a twist out. I did this before I went to Atlanta, and like the twist out is finally like giving body yada yada. I think I'm gonna start doing twist outs more than like wash and goes. So thank you for sprinkling that little sprinkle on top. I appreciate you, Queen. But yes, so again, we spoke about right here. We're talking about new year, new view, right? Sorry, hold on. I had to remember where I came from. New year, new view. So new year, new view. We talked about relationships. We talked about friendships, jobs. We're talking about Saturn return now. We're just talking about how we go through phases. But right now we're at that phase where this is highly spiritual. Listen, this is a new business year. Exactly. And it's spiritual business. See, a lot of us, when we got into business originally, we were in business for money, for status quo. We were in business, we were in work for what everyone else thought about us. And there's nothing wrong with that because we're all on different parts of the journey. And whoever you're connecting with at certain periods of your time, they're supposed to be a part of the journey, you know? So even though my brother, he might be 20 something years old, we're at the same part of our journey because he's gone through spirituality. He's gone through these things, but we're all having this Saturn return moment right now because all of us are in our 20s at the same time. My mom made sure she had us close in age. So all of us are going to be going through this at this time. See, they think that they lapped me, right? Because I went to this moment where I'm broke now, right? I had a moment where I had to take some time off. So a lot of them were like teasing me, like, yeah, I went to college. You ain't shit. Bitch, I done finessed over you. I'm like, do y'all realize like everything that y'all did in college, I did in less than 8 years? Like I already had the kid. I already got the business. I already, had a business that I thought I loved, didn't like it, failed. I already purchased. I had 4 different cars already. Like I've moved out, lived by myself for at least 5 years. I've done everything already. So this is my point to now have my Saturn return where I have to now dial back after my period of having. Now it's time for me to lose everything so I can rebuild the best version of myself. It's not about teasing a person when they get to this point, because a lot of times people do tease you because they don't want you to get back up, but people don't realize your life happens in spiritual cycles. Like if you're into astrology, then you understand around 23, 24, 30, this is your Saturn return age, which is you will feel like you're going through a midlife crisis if you're spiritual and you're paying attention. Usually people miss this point in their life because they're so hell-bent on being in status quo ego. They have their midlife crisis at 50, 45, which is why, again, me, my mom, and my brother are all aligning right now for me to be able to get them to understand what's going on with all three of us. We're all Jupiter placement. We're all Sagittariuses. We're going through the exact same thing at the exact same time. So we're going through this phase now where she's going through a midlife crisis because she's older. I'm having Saturn return because I'm aware, and he had a spiritual journey very young in his life. So he's going through it now because he's also entrepreneur / male. So he's needing to know where to focus himself so he could be a good husband. So we're all going through this moment right now together collectively to align for us to realize, oh shit, this is the moment of my life where I get to understand my spirit. What does my soul want to do? So that I do this for the rest of my time here, so that I'm happy, so that I can live in joy, so that I can live in peace, so that I can live in happiness and prosperity. I don't have to live stressed. That's a choice. Stress is a choice. Stress is a test of your own ego telling yourself, like, are you going to beat me or are you going to be stressed? Are you going to beat me or are you going to be stressed? Is it a fight? Is it a battle? What is it? Because, yeah, bitch, what do you want to do? And it's like, you choose, I want to fight you. Or you like, what are you trying to teach me right now, life? Like, what is it? And me being the spiritual one, the leader one, I'm not saying this out of ego, but being the one who's on my spiritual course, aware about it most of the time, I realized, oh, we're all aligned and at the same planet placement, and we run the family essentially because the magnetic pull of Jupiter, right? So we're all going through this period where our spirits are unrested. So we're trying to figure out our spirits because we need to know how to be happy for the rest of the time we're here. We had to align to figure out what are we going to do so that we can do that. And me, instead of like, I'm super light, I'm on team light, y'all are in the darkness, I don't mess with the darkness, I realized I gotta be dark sometimes too, because sometimes people gonna come around, fuck around on you. Let me read y'all comments. Listen, this new year is a business year. Yes, my new year doesn't start until spring equinox, period. Okay. Amen. It's a spirit business for right now. I'm in business for my purpose now. Bless it, bless it. I'm 30 and I'm done with Saturn return. I'm pushing 23 in 7 months. You still got time, Wendell. Y'all are so young though. What fuels the fire in you? Ignore that noise that throws fear your way. I had my midlife crisis at like 25 when my grandmother passed away. This year I lost my last godmother. I'm sorry, Queen. Rest in peace to all the matriarchs in your family. When you feel like you're the ish and you are like that, then sometimes you and those around you are ailed or allied during challenging times that could go wrong. I'm leaving the country and ignoring fear mongers in my Jupiter and Scorpio. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize, like, we literally are here to align with people to help them navigate their, like, I want to be in control. It's like, it's not about control. It's about spirit is aligning us so that you can let go of control. It's not about controlling. It's about going with the flow. And the flow is right now in 2025, they're about to have Project 2025, which means they're about to lock everything down. We might get back to a freaking COVID feeling. Like, y'all remember during COVID, they literally had us going to the grocery store only on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because our last name was Q through Z. So if we don't figure out how to work together and understand, if somebody wants to grow food inside the house or in the backyard, we probably do need that person on the team because we don't want to get locked out the grocery store and not be able to get produce. We probably need to go ahead and lock in with the person who has business certifications in college and has a girlfriend who could actually has a major in public relations and wants to buy up the properties, because we do need to go buy some property so we could own some real estate up in this motherfucker, because that's the only way we're gonna keep our money going, because real estate is the best way to make money. We probably do need somebody who, a little bit older and a little bit more skilled in the law of I don't know, energetic thievery. I don't know what that, the dark feminine. God forbid. You need some dark people on your team because they protect you when people are trying to drain you too much. They pull that shit back. They say, okay, we done gave out enough water. Let's pull some back. All right, let's put the levee. Let's break the levee. Hey, we done gave up too much now. Oh, now. So get your ass back in here. Enough. So we need each other in different ways. Everyone has their ability. My Chiron is in Virgo as well. My God, the perfectionist Citrus. That's why it took me so long to make my content or put my content out, because I was such a perfectionist. I'm like, I don't like how this feels. I don't like how that feels. When these people get on my live, this don't feel good. When these people get on my live, that feels like this. Oh, I didn't put the background not right. Oh, I don't have the right microphone to record my music. Oh, it was always a perfectionist issue. So my Chiron was in Virgo. Now the Virgo in my family happens to be my grandma, who's like, she got hella money. So she also used to make me feel like that. She would always be like, "See, why you spill that on my floor?" Like I would go to her house, I spilled some cereal on her carpet. She never would beat me, but she'd make me feel like I was so small by the way she talked to me. Just it just was like, you know, the Virgos be your biggest bully. Because my grandmother, right? I went to her house recently. She's like, "See, what's up with this thin coat you got on?" I was like, all my stuff got sold in storage. You know, I'm at that period in my life where everything that I had to let go of it. Cause it's like, I don't need that in this next part of the journey. Like the old me was like, oh my God, my stuff. I literally have my own apartment now. My stuff is gone. That's a $500 juicer in there. All my appliances, I put my hard money into that stuff. Like, oh my God, y'all took away my whole life. Fuck y'all. I hate y'all. Then I realized like that life and all that stuff in that apartment was attached to my ex, who I kind of want to move past right now. I actually want to like grow into a different version of myself. So with that being said, I kind of want to like leave that shit in the past, like that vibration, that energy, that situation. I kind of want to just leave that shit over there, like in a little duffel bag, like pack it up real light, you know. Okay. So now when I move into my next home, whether it be an apartment, whether it be I don't know, I might just end up taking a truck and turn it into a house on the road. Hold on, y'all. Somebody is throwing my energy off. Okay. Now I talk back. I ignored the fuck out of her. I called her out for being weird and fake. I put all my ex-girlfriend stuff in a bag and next to her luggage. Period. And you know what's funny about that? People don't want you to call them out on their shit. Like they want to tell you how you this, that, and the third, but they never give you the chance to tell them about themselves. Right? You understand? Like you never give me the chance to actually tell you about how you make me feel. Every time I speak on how I feel, now I gotta shut up and I'm projecting and I'm entitled and I'm this and I'm that. Again, new year, new view. It's time for you to see the value in every single person around you and understand why this person came around you. When you're on the right vibration, you're going to be around the right people. If you're not on that vibration yet, it's nice to have you, but until you do the work, you can't just sit here and reap the benefits of being on this kind of vibration. This took a lot of hard work for me to be able to come on the internet and tell my truth to people, to tell the world that I got herpes, to tell the world that I'm financially unstable, to be able to tell the world my personal business and know that it's people who probably know me from my past watching the shit and like, oh dang, look at her like she done fell off. Woo-hoo, yeah, yeah. Knowing that my sister be talking to my, you know, like people who I used to talk to and stuff like that, and like sleeping with them and like all kinds of stuff. Like I got sisters who do crazy stuff too. Like you spiritually sleeping with my man and you physically done slept with all my exes and my prom date. Ain't got, you know, so much stuff. But realizing now, if all those things were meant to be in my life today, those men wouldn't have made those decisions back then anyway. So if a man decided to spiritually start to engage with my sister, he wasn't meant to be for me anyway. Why would you even want to do that? That's like, but then again, I did what I did too. Ooh, but he was there. He could have stopped it. He didn't want to. He didn't value me. And I had to look at the last 10 years of my life and be like, oh, you didn't value me. I was just a piece of ass and a cute face. And I had a job and I had money and I bought you some tennis shoes for your birthday. You never had nobody do you nothing like you never had nobody do like that. He used to call me, what's up? You my old lady. You know that I'm gonna call you my old lady. I wrapped him up a gift and everything. I took my money I just got from my check. I happened to work right next to Columbia Mall. And I went straight over there. I took my money and I went and I'm like, do y'all have the electric blue phone posits? in a size 12 and a half? Yes, we do. Can I get the pink shoestrings as well? Yes, you may. Thank you. I don't have a bell. I wish I did. Actually, yes, I do. So the thing that threw me off about the whole situation was I literally went above and beyond for somebody, and this was within the first few months of meeting them. Now I didn't have that saying from any of my elders to say, "You buy a man a pair of shoes, he gonna walk out of your life in them." I didn't have nobody tell me that back then. But he didn't walk out my life with those shoes on. He instead traded them with his friend. So I had to understand this past relationship that I'm just coming out of. I'm gonna speak while I walk away. This past relationship I just came out of, it was all under the sense of like understanding now that these past 10 years, everything that I was attached to didn't appreciate me. And now that I know that, and now that I can own that and really live in that truth and know that I'm not tripping because the proof is in the pudding. Because this man, didn't value me. Again, this is the heartbreak love that you go through, which is the heartbreak period in your life. Your first few years, your 20s, yeah, it's gonna be heartbreak. The business is gonna break your heart. Your friends are gonna break your heart. You thought they was your real dogs, your real, day one A1s, and then you be like, damn, that motherfuckers don't fuck with me. But it's good that you figure it out because now you have the time to go into hermit mode, and then you get into this place now where you're able to finally tap into better friendships. And when you tap into these better friendships, you begin to love yourself. And when you start to love yourself, you attract what you're meant to have spiritually. What's meant for you, not for your friends, because a lot of them probably don't want what you want. Like, for instance, last night I went to sleep for New Year's. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I don't got time for this. I'm going to bed. Did not watch the ball drop. Did not do no countdown. Went to sleep. And when I did that, I woke up my son, Happy New Year's, Mom. I realized people in my house, my brother was like, yeah, we got some Don Julio up in here. I'm like, no offense to him, but we're just not on the same kind of time. I haven't had a drink since I turned 30. My mother bought me a drink. It was called the chloroplast. Oh, no, it was called the photosynthesis. 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 See, I don't have to just ring a bell. I can actually see the energy. I can literally look at it and see it and just be like, so this morning I literally had shadow people running around my room. I looked and I'm like, I know this motherfucker ain't no goddamn shadow running around the damn room. This motherfucker was running around the room. It was a fucking shadow. I'm like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. Like, it literally was in the room. I looked at it and then it ran and then it stayed at the door and then ran out the door. I said, oh my fucking God. Like, I saw the whole body and everything. I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker really was about to come in here and like try some shit. I was celebrating Yemaya. Okay, period. Yemaya. Yemaya. Oh wait, what did I say my song? And I feel like the ocean. I am everything they see. I feel so open. All the waves crashed in. I'm in tune with the moon. Word of Yemaya. I feel so open. I cast it out so far. I'm aligned with the stars now. I cannot go back. I know I am a supernova queen. I seen it in a dream. I'm bringing it to life. I need to go to the stool and claim my new life. I've been in the shade. I'm chilling on the top floor. How you know I had a mirror? Child, he said, cover your mirror. He said, how do you know that I had a mirror? Like, literally right in front of me. Look, as soon as I did that, whatever was going on is done. So if you be doing mirror magic, you already know what it is out here in these streets. It's spiritual. As soon as I did that, oh my God, my head feels so much better. I did, and sleep was better. Yeah, it's like I was covering the mirror for a long time. That's why I was like, why do you I looked at my sister like, why do you have so many mirrors in your room? And why are they facing your bed? Like, everybody knows you're not supposed to have mirrors facing your bed in your house. You're never supposed to have a mirror facing your bed. That's how people jump into your fucking house. Ew. Hell no. The mirrors are portals. Literally, there was this one time I meditated in front of a mirror. I never told nobody this story. This is my only time I'm going to tell this story. I'm never going to tell the story again. I might say it on an interview one day. Yo, I was in the room in my house, and I don't know what made me want to do this, but my son was like, yeah, come on, mom, let's do the spiritual thing. Woohoo. Child. I got in front of the mirror and I turned all the lights off in the house and I had candles lit. And they were like, if you want to manifest money, listen to this mantra and do mirror magic. I'm like, I guess. I looked in that motherfucking mirror, y'all. I saw everybody that I knew look me in my motherfucking face. I said, oh, hell no. Turn the motherfucker around. I saw my dad. I saw some old Asian lady. I'm like, who the fuck is this? All kind of ancestors flying through the fucking mirror looking at me. I'm like, turn the lights on. Turn the lights on now. I even put my hand in the mirror and it felt like my hand was going through the fucking mirror. I said, I was water fasting at the time too, and I wasn't hallucinating. My son was there. He saw it. He was holding the fucking mirror up. Motherfucking hand went. I said, oh, fuck no. It's been getting stronger, which with the colder it gets. You know what I noticed? My gifts just get stronger and stronger the more that I like just have near-death experiences, honestly. For lack of better words, because I feel like it's just you getting more and more spiritual, like for real. Like literally you're just dying to your flesh and you're getting closer to the spiritual aspect of yourself. The only thing that I don't know or really can't have a really real, I guess, understanding of is how in the fuck some people are near death but don't stink, but other people stink. That's what I don't understand. Because like my sister's spirit, it smells really bad. It smells like shit. I don't know, it's because she just has negative intentions. She's just going through a lot of black magic and shit down there. That witchcraft shit, that shit makes you stink. Now my grandfather, he's the closest nigga to death that I know. He's so close to death, he just be standing outside of his body, running around his house, just chilling. Right? As soon as you walk in his room, though, he knows he wakes up because he knows he's looking over himself at all times. He's watching to see who's trying to fuck with him. He be watching motherfuckers. He's like, okay, you not getting no money out of this will because I've been watching your ass. Fuck no. Bitch, you ain't getting shit. Fuck no. I might write you in. You seem like you changing your heart. Like I was talking to him, like he's talking me about my brother. He's like, I told Jordan to not do that. I didn't give him that authority for him to be acting like that. Now I'm gonna have to sit down with Jordan. You tell him to come see me, come see the real boss. I said, Granddad, stop. He said, you tell him to come see me. Priscilla was like, Bumps now. You can't handle that, Bumps. Now I go over there one day and I can't even lie to y'all. My grandfather, he was hallucinating, screaming in his sleep. I said, because he be trying to protect my ass. He be watching over me, right? You know, he like my ancestor. Like he was there when I was born. The people who are there when you're born in the room, that's why it's so important. Also, when you're birthing children, you have to be aware of who's in the room when you're pushing these children out of your portal and into this world, because these people are now attaching their souls and their spirits to your child. That's why now I'm like looking at my moment right now where it's like my son's kind of like leaning towards my mom, my stepdad, and my grandma and all of them. He's always like, I want to go to Grandma Sandy's house. He feels the most comfortable there. He likes it around her more than anybody. But I just be looking at him like, you don't see it. Then I had to remember, I'm like, oh, they were there when he was born. So they kind of make his spirit feel comfortable. They kind of inducted him into this world. Like bronchitis, I'm leaving New Orleans for health reasons. Yeah, she go to Zula, so you know your bronchitis. Look, the reason you got breathing issues down there is because everybody's fucking. They the closest motherfuckers to dead. I went down there and my spiritual eyes opened when I was on Bourbon Street. I said, "Oh hell no! Take me back in the house." I told them, I'm like, we about to go to the club. I'm not going no fucking where with y'all. I'm not going. I done had a spirit experience. Everybody fucking turned to dust in front of me. I fucking felt the like my pinky was still attached to everybody. I'm trying to let go, but it's like the pinky was like still attached. I was like, I'm going to the hotel now. Zombies everywhere. And I dreamt about it before it happened. That's why I smell like that down there. And them zombies be biting other people and turning them into zombies. Okay. Look. I do not play. She was a real one, a Capricorn. Capricorns are really good too. Yeah, I don't have many Capricorns in my family. It's only one that I have, and he doesn't really care for me. He actually stole my video game system and my games when we were kids. My stepbrother. He's the only Capricorn. The Capricorn's supposed to be the knees of the body. So they're supposed to be like the ones that keep everything together, the knees. Whereas a Sagittarius are supposed to just be the hips and the thighs. Well, everybody wants to be on the top, but that's supposed to just be the Aries, the ram. So, everybody's always trying to play a different role. But even and I realized I'm like, our family must be upside down or something, because why is my sister on top of me? If she's supposed to be a freaking Aquarius, the Aquarius is the ankles. Why is she on top of my head? We upside down. We in the upside down world or something. Then my auntie trying to be on top of her, or they working together. The Pisces is the feet of the body. So let me flip this motherfucker upside down. Hold on. Oh, we upside down. That's what's going on around here. You upside down ass motherfucker. Y'all tried to trick us. Y'all flipped the body upside down. My elder sister told me everybody's zombies, and that's why it's time for you to joke. Time for you to joke jokingly. Oh yeah, everybody is. I mean, technically, yeah, we all are zombies. Yeah, because when COVID happened, that's when the spiritual ascension happened. Like before COVID, I never told anyone this either. Or I did say it a few times. I had a dream that there was going to be a zombie apocalypse, right? Now, this random homeless guy came into my job the same day and was like, it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. It's going to be an apocalypse. And I'm sitting here looking at him like, what the fuck is this man talking about? But at the same time, I'm like, oh shit, I had that dream. Like my stomach sunk because I had the dream. Everybody else is looking like, why fuck you? He need to get out of here. He crazy. I'm like, I ain't gonna call him crazy because I had the same dream last night too. They looked at me like, what? I'm like, I literally had a dream that it was gonna be a zombie apocalypse, like legit. A week or two later, that's when they start talking about COVID. Now, have you mind, COVID was nothing new. COVID is just SARS accelerated and upgraded. But they talked about that inside of the outbreak. We had a whole entire section in the museum called Outbreak. And that was the first place I ever worked at when I finally did get on the contract. I had an afro like this and I was reading and they were talking about SARS. And they talked about how they were able to stop the spread of it through, stopping flights and everything and, preventing people from traveling. But when COVID came around, they didn't stop nobody from traveling. Asian people was coming into the museum with masks on. So they knew what the fuck they was doing. And Donald Trump had also defunded the whole entire that sector of the government that works on defending against health and issues. I forget what it was called, but he literally defunded them. And in the first 10 days of working, he definitely made it legal to tamper with viruses inside of labs. Have you mind? I was working with my stepdad at NIH, and I was in this room and we were working in the panel there, but there was a big old box of files on the desk, and it had virus 1, virus 2, and it had all the incurables in there. And then it said trailer 1, trailer 2. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why do they have all these viruses right here? This is crazy. This is some bullshit. Then Donald Trump became president. We came back after that, and the whole entire office that I was in was wiped clean. Nobody's stuff was in there. The whole thing was gone. But the trailers in the back had people walking around in there, moving stuff back and forth. I'm like, oh shit, they about to kill our asses for real. They about to fuck us up good. See, I've always been a person who's just magically placed in places to see things that other people just wouldn't believe if they didn't see it themselves. So when that shit happened, I'm like, oh yeah, they about to get us good. I ain't playing with none of this stuff that they about to do. So when they start talking about vaccine, I'm like, oh no, because y'all built that shit. Y'all made that virus. So I don't trust that y'all gonna give me the cure to it. Have you mind? I also was nannying for people back in the day who said that they left their country because they were avoiding getting chipped. They didn't want to get chipped. He worked for the World Bank, right? And he's like, I don't want to get chipped, so I'm coming here. for my family to save us. And I'm looking like, okay, that makes sense. But I didn't think nothing of it because I was just a nanny. But then I started thinking like, hold on, if they telling us that they put little nanobots in the thing that they said everybody got to get in order to work and keep their job. Oh, y'all not slick. I seen what y'all done did. I didn't watch y'all. I done paid attention to your asses. Y'all not slick. Y'all irritating. But at the same time, it's like, it's not my position to speak on that because I'm here to just tell y'all to look, hey, regardless of all that shit, figure out what your spirit want to do so you can be happy. Okay? I need to get my brother out my energy because Lord, today, I really hate it when my face looks like this. Looking like Two-Face, the flip side is just not cute. Like my beautiful, youthful left side of my face, and then this shit over here is just like, and you love you, but you see the difference now? Look at my face. Look at that shit. I'm far from a zombie. I'm here with the water spirits. They calling me to the Pacific Ocean. I'm retiring from being a waitress. I'm like, God, I'm ready for life and ease. Jesus Christ. Tell me about it. You're an Aquarius. Your sister's a Taurus. And your grandmother's a Sag. Okay, so grandma was the hips. Your sister, the Taurus, deals with like the throat. Like all this right up in here. And the nerves as well. They deal with all of this right here. That's why when I be feeling certain spiritual attacks, I'll be like, oh, that's my grandfather. I know exactly who that is. You can't trick me. I know who's doing what on what part of the body. You can't trick me. I know who's fucking around up in here. Based on what's hurting, I know who's fucking around. Like these right here, the sacral chakra, that's my sister. I'm gonna stab that bitch in the top of... Bitch, get out of my damn cooch. Move. Fuck out of the way. Always like trying to eat up off somebody else's spiritual plate. It's like, bro, go do the work. Let go of them demons. And life would be so much easier. You wouldn't smell like rot, and your face and your acne wouldn't be acting up if you just get away from bad people. But you got to be a good person to attract good people. I had a dream that the demon COVID were nanobots, and I made my body hostile for them to be in me. No, okay, look, I'm like, God, I'm ready. Okay, look. When I had that dream and it was a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I went to my grandmother's house. I tried to go drive to her house. My brother wanted to get in my car so bad. I'm like, bro, why do you need to get in my car? Get in your own car. It makes so much more sense today in this spiritual realm that we're in right now. I'm like, bro, get out of my car. I'm like, okay, bro, come on, hurry up, let's go. I drive to my great-grandparents' house, and I'm inside the house. And I go back outside because I see my mom's trying to get in the house, and she needs someone to pay for her Uber. But the dude is not letting her go. He's like, no, I'm working hard out here during this COVID shit. You won't pay me some money? I'm like, bro, it's zombies coming. Let her go. Like, what the fuck? And they ended up biting her. The zombies bit her. And they almost bit me too. But we still went in the house and eventually did what we were supposed to do in there. However, I recently had a dream where I got my own apartment building and I was allowed to let people in my building and let people stay in my building, my sanctuary. Hold on, y'all, because people just don't have no boundaries, and this shit is really sickening. Hold on. Like, I don't live like that. Get out of here. If you're going to bring that shit over here, don't come over here with that bullshit. I'm sorry. That shit do not feel good. It don't feel good because that's not what you're supposed to do. You're doing it wrong. You're living foul. You're living wrong. Jesus Christ. They don't get it. Who is the chest? The chest of the body, upper chest is Leo, but also it's shared with somebody else. Gemini, the lungs, I think, because Gemini deals with the lungs and the nerves of the body. That's why I realized everybody in my family who's a kinesiology major, which deals with the nervous system and like the body, and they do all the root work on people in the family, my grandfather, my aunt, and my brother, they all want to be linked in with my son, who is the nerves of the body. So if they have control over him, they technically have control over the whole entire nervous system body of the whole entire family. It's like when you understand spirituality, astrology, and like college along with like everything is just like, oh, well, you still don't get to do that though, because that's my son. It's like, well, get out of your pretty privileges and just realize like this is what it is. But it's like, that's still my son though, and that ain't healthy, because you're not about to do that to him, because you steering us to fucking hell, and I'm not going to hell for nobody. I'm not burning for nobody. So y'all need to get your asses on this route over here. That's why I was given the mole in the middle of my forehead, and I was told to live with the one who's the head of the body. That's why we were living together and we were in partnership, because I'm the leader and I'm supposed to be leading his brain to come follow me. That's why he got into my car during the zombie apocalypse, because y'all supposed to be following what the fuck I'm doing. That's why he's also a kinesiology major. Y'all supposed to be listening the fuck to me so we can get the fuck out of here. I'm here to help save our asses. I'm responsible for y'all spirits. Do y'all not understand that shit? I'm not going fucking to hell because y'all don't want to fucking listen. Y'all going to get your asses dropped the fuck off. Keep fucking playing. Look at this, the stink bug turned upside down and can't even get no traction. Look at you. Just all over the place. I'm responsible for y'all spirits. Do y'all not understand that? And if y'all understand that, then why are y'all trying to block me from helping us get to where we gotta go? You keeping us in hell. I just broke up with a Leo. Hopefully my chest gets better. Child, the Leo also, he also is also people who go to prison are very good at root work as well, and also necromancy. They channel dead spirits and shit to come fuck with you. So if you ever fuck with a nigga in jail, they know how to astral project, and they be calling dead people to come fuck with you. So that's his gift. He's a necromancer. He calls on dead spirits to come do bad shit to people. But yeah, though. So with my understanding, what's your sign? I'm a Sag. I'm actually a Scorpio Sag cusp. So I'm in between Sagittarius and Scorpio. So I'm water and fire. What you do when you get water and fire together? Smoke, steam, vapor, ether. That's why they don't get it yet. And then my rising sign is a Gemini, which is an air sign, which is again, ether, smoke. But my moon sign is Pisces. So my intuition is on point. That's why my dreams tell us the future, but people don't want to read my chart and see me for who I am, or they do, and it's like, we can manipulate her, we can switch it up. It's like, you can't switch up destiny, because everything is still happening in the order that it has happened in my dreams. Just like Raven on That's So Raven, you can gaze into the future, your whole life will be a breeze, life would be travel from a distance. Yeah, go Ray. No, you can't change the future. Hold on one second, because my brother is like wilding out right now, and they're really annoying. Okay. My sister told me you got to be Harriet first to get others free. I am Harriet, though. That's the crazy. I was free when I lived away from my family. This is my first time living with my family since I was 14. I had broke away from the family and lived on my own in my own apartment. And I was living free to the point where I didn't even have to pay rent. Like this whole year, I have not paid rent one time this year. I am a hot spring. I'm a sauna. I'm here to heal you. A hot spring, exactly. But this whole year, I've been living free. I was living free before I got here, and I was living free legally because I was supposed to go to court, because the apartment complex that I'm trying to get my brother to be smart enough to go purchase right now, while they still can go get a deal that's cheap. Because what they can do is do a thing where they take over the current mortgage that they have on that property. He can take it over and just pay the difference, because they don't want to deal with that property no more, because there's so many issues going on there that they don't want to fix them. So if he goes there and he cuts them a deal and he figures out how to purchase it and just pay off the rest of their mortgage, he could own that whole entire property. It's over 400 apartment units in there. They all pay at least $2,000 a month rent. You do the math. I did it. It's like several millions of dollars. You might need to hold some tourmaline. Child, no, I just need to get the fuck out of here. My uterus is supposed to be black tourmaline. No, in order to get free again, I just need to get the hell out of here. Because every time I get out of here, I'm able to remove all that root work and all that shit. It's just like, yeah, it's like, basically, they're not going to believe that I'm granting them freedom until I finally get freedom again. Because they think, oh, she thinks she got away from us. That was because of us. Yeah, it was your credit score that helped her. It was like, his credit score was a small factor to the fact that I paid all the bills in that house, you know? But in this new year, new view, I realized that was again the 10-year period that allowed me to grow into this beautiful butterfly. Where I realized they hated me. They fucking hated me. And as they should. I blocked them from all my pages. Honestly, I don't follow none of them. I'm like, I'm not watching y'all on social media. Y'all be trying to throw shade and shit. I hope y'all think that if y'all think that should be touching me, all y'all are blocked on social media. Don't watch my shit, and I'm not watching y'all shit because y'all not gonna be saying no subliminal bullshit to me on the internet. Like right now, my mom, she coming down here. She's like studying my whole entire uterus. It's like, bro, get a life. Get out of here. Get your own body. Get your own collective people to go siphon energy from. Like, why are you here? Like, people, y'all are pouring into me because we're having a spiritual connection. And it's like, now they want to come eat off of what the fuck we got going on. That'd be the thing for me. It's like, if you're not putting in the work to make these money, I'm not going to lie to you, money. Because I work and I do Grubhub, but it's like something just, ever since I've been here, something always popping up. It's just something always popping up, something always popping up, something always popping up, something always popping up. And I'm just like, bro, it's something about the energy here. Because when I wasn't around y'all, I did not have these problems. It's something about the karma y'all bring because of the kind of energy y'all put out. They are those people who like, they want to fight everybody to retain their energy versus understanding that like the more you give to the world, you will naturally get it back when you just go to sleep right after. Like you give, if you pour out to people, right? So if I gave to y'all, right? And I go to sleep and I'm in my own house where I'm safe at, right? Where all my neighbors respect me. They protect me. They looking out for me. The whole village is looking out. It ain't no fucking shit show. Like it was in my apartment. That's why they couldn't access me when I was in my apartment because everybody loved me and my son in my apartment. So when they would come over there, they'd be looking at them like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing? Like when I moved out, they all was like, you need our number. If you need us, call us. We gonna pull up. Because we fuck with y'all. Y'all some real ass motherfuckers. And you got a good energy. You was bringing us nothing but blessings when you was here. So if you need us, call us. Let us know you need a favor. Okay? You plugged in with us for life. We always tapped in for good. Right? So with that being said, it's just, how do I put this? The more that I put the work in to get the fuck out of here, like I said, they're not protecting me. They're pulling from me. They're stealing energy from me. They're stealing abundance from me. They're, projecting, like I said, you see now my brother face gone because it's like, shake that shit off. My neighborhood didn't play that shit about me. My neighborhood used to protect me and my son because they knew that I was like the next in running to be like the face of the neighborhood. Because the lady who ran the neighborhood, Miss Tabitha, who helped me sign my paperwork to get in there, she used to come to me in my dreams when she passed away. She would tell me to tell her children and her husband stuff. I'll just tell her, hey, Miss Tab, how you doing? I just felt her just now. It was like she would come to me and I would deliver her messages to her children and to her husband and her grandkids. So people looked at me as like the next in line to like be the matriarch of the neighborhood. So they didn't play about me over there. So when it came to like my energy being safe and protected, they made sure I was good when I was there. Now there was this one boy who used to always fuck around like, she ain't that important. Yeah, I could fuck her if I wanted to. And it's like, boy, no, you could never. You could never. He would always give me a hard time and they start revving their little motorbikes and shit. But like, where's that stink bug at? Oh. Well, like essentially, all I'm really waiting for is just the right moment. I feel like it's happening now where I just had to get into my bag about what I wanted. And what I know I want is, like you said, to leave the country. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I had $3,000 saved up and my silly ass was like, oh, I need to stay here, my business and the things here. It's like, baby, I'm trying to go live abroad. If y'all don't want to start a farm, fuck y'all. Honestly, I'm gonna just move to another country and just do my own thing. But they won't give me my they won't let me get my son his passport. Well, actually, they were going to, but my grandmother was holding up my mail. She didn't give it to me. So then they were like, oh, you didn't give us the paperwork in enough time. So now you have to repay the whole entire fee again in order to get your son's passport. And I'm just looking at her like, blink, blink. Why did you do that? Why won't you give me my mail as soon as you got it? Why don't you call me when my mail comes? And I realize it's because they don't want me to leave because they're attached to me. Like they own my body like follicles, okay? So hold on. There's too many motherfuckers up in here. Y'all gotta get the fuck out. Whew. Sorry, baby. I had to just let everybody out. It's too much. But yeah, it was really weird for me. Seeing that people wouldn't want to see me move into my next chapter. But again, puppy love, heartbreak, hotel, and now we're moving into eternal bliss. And I'm choosing my eternal bliss over everything. They're like, "You gonna need a family?" Yes, y'all. You would be you, but you left me. Shit, y'all left my ass. Well, y'all thought y'all did. Y'all thought y'all left me. Like, I don't know where the fuck y'all thought y'all was leaving me at. I'm the leader. How you gonna lead a leader? So they left me. They let me know that if it came down to it, this past year, if it came down to it, they wasn't gonna help me. They, like I said, they right now they all on my body. They on like surgeons. All the everything that you giving me, they just sucking it back out of me. Like, okay, he gave her some energy. Come on, let's get it before she gets to enjoy it. All this love she just got blessed with. Let's get some. It's like all you got to do is get your ass up and find a community of people and talk to them. Come on, we got the energy. We're gonna give you back some. I don't want you to give it back. I want you to just not take it to begin with. Do what you got to do to go make your energy. Go make your money how you make your money. You know? But I'm realizing in this new age, instead of me worrying about that with a new view, it's like, fuck it. Because either way, based on what I've been shown, I'm going to always be good. I'm not suffering. I don't like where I'm at, but I'm not suffering. Like the more I shake their energy off, the better or more powerful my voice is. Like every time I push one of them off, I already know I'm about to have a voice that's about to be able to be heard, like really heard. You see that power? Yeah. That little pussy gets pride. Let me stop. Okay. But no, seriously, womb magic is serious. So I think that just about concludes the conversation. I was going to go for a whole 2 hours, but 1 hour and 46 minutes is enough. Needless to say, you asked me a lot of questions. So for you guys who just got to meet me and got introduced to me on so many different levels because it's your first time looking at one of my videos, welcome. You're part of the family now. Appreciate having you here. Appreciate you joining the collective. I appreciate you listening to the story, and I appreciate you wanting to work on yourself. Because if you made it to this part in the video, then it's all about working on yourself. Understanding we come through the 10-year phases. Because I'm 30 now, right? So each year was 10 phases. First 10 years was that puppy love stage up until 10, then 10 to 20 or 25, like 15 years, that was that heartbreak stage. And now we're getting into that eternal bliss stage. It's Saturn return. And if I don't get it right now, I'm going to end up having that midlife crisis at 50. So I'm trying to get it right now and then fine tune it at 40, where it's like everything's automated. Like I'm employing people at this point. Like I'm 31 now. So like now it's like master it. Then at 41, it's going to be employ the people. Employ them to do the work. And at 50 is going to be like expand again. Or is this what I want to do? Or add another business endeavor that's more beneficial to my spirit at that point. And probably something that's dedicated to my grandkids at that point, right? So it's like whatever I do at that point is like this business of spiritual clairvoyancy, working on, spiritual work, all this for the collective, and yoga, body fitness, healthy eating, herpes healing, all this stuff that I do currently, right? Now moving to the next level for my grandkids. How do we get the grandkids in childhood yoga? Bring your babies with you to yoga. Something to help get them a business started, how to get your baby a business and start a trust one-on-one. So for everyone who's been in my community, I'm now going to help you guys get your children and your grandchildren trusts so that you guys can all be good, so that no one's worried about their funds. So I'm helping free the people. You have a better day. You have a blessed day. And remember, as Auntie Tabitha would say, if you can't have a great day, don't you dare go messing up with nobody else's, okay? But for you personally, I know that's not going to be the case, but you have a beautiful, blessed day. And remember, here in this brain, you are heard, seen, and loved. And remember to always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything else in between, because these are your tools in your body to help you manifest your dreams. All right? Peace.